Vision Quest's trailer directly confirms Wanda's return with the return of Ultron in Doomsday or Secret Wars. But how? Let's talk about it in the breakdown. The very first shot of the trailer is of the Old Cellar Pub in Scotland. We found out about this location when the shooting started. And this location is important because in Infinity War, Wanda and Vision were hiding at this exact location. Here, at the pub, the owner tells Vision that before working here, he used to always come here with a red haired girl. Obviously, she is talking about Wanda, when he and Wanda used to come here during the time of Infinity War. Here, clearly, Wanda and Vision had done the nibba nibby thing on the pub table. Very bad manners. To this, Vision says that he was a completely different person at that time. And if you remember the events of WandaVision, then bro, this is literally being said here. Because when Vision and White Vision faced each other, Vision gave some parts of his memories to White Vision. White Vision was created from Vision's body by the Sword Organization, and the Vision who was with Wanda had manifested himself. Basically, White Vision has some of Vision's memories, and now he has gone to the same location to explore himself, where Wanda and Vision once used to live together. So, sort of, this is a journey of self-exploration where White Vision will try to learn about himself again by exploring his own mind, which is clearly revealed in the next shot as well. We see Vision inside a freezer, where literally he is inside his own mind. Basically, this entire movie is going to be a story inside Vision's mind, where there is the code of Jarvis created by Tony Stark, the code of Tony Stark's other AIs, and some of Vision's memories. Look, basically, Vision is going to do something similar to what Wanda did in WandaVision. But inside his own mind, manifested from his mind, you can even see a house. You can even see Vision's symbol on the house. He has Vision's memories. Another detail of this is also found in this shot, where you can clearly see a poster showing Thanos removing the Mind Stone from his forehead. Along with that, in a poster named Revision, we can also see his transformation into White Vision. Basically, inside his mind, Vision's memories have manifested like movies. In the very next shot, he is sitting in a theater watching Avengers Age of Ultron, meaning our Vision is also an MCU fan. This is the same moment where he uses the Mind Stone against Ultron. Even on his popcorn bucket, it says popped memories. Here in the dialogue, he says that he only has Vision's name. He doesn't have his qualities. He is not a hero like Vision. After this, a shocking thing is revealed. We first see Tony Stark's AI Friday in physical form. Tony Stark had started using Friday after replacing Jarvis. Then, in this shot, we see Jarvis. Let me remind you that Vision was created through the combination of Jarvis and the Mind Stone. And in this shot, we see all of Tony's AIs, meaning Friday, Jarvis, and the robotic AI arms U and Dumb E in physical form. These two robotic arms help Tony with many of his experiments and even helped him make his suits. And here too, these two are helping with the work inside Vision's house. But the big reveal happens here, the comeback of Ultron. We see Ultron inside Vision's mind as well. Initially in his original robotic form, and then after that in his human form. The other AIs of Tony Stark also warn Vision about Ultron, saying that keeping him is not safe. But Vision points toward his own mind, basically saying, bro, Ultron is inside his mind. How is he supposed to get him out of his brain? And from this, the question comes up, is Ultron still alive? The answer is yes. Look, in Avengers Age of Ultron, we were definitely shown that Vision had erased Ultron's code from every server. But there was one place where Ultron still existed, his own brain. Ultron had created Vision's body for himself. And remember, he had already started copying his own consciousness, meaning his own code, into Vision's body. But in the middle of it, the Avengers stopped him. But some part of Ultron's code had already been transferred, which means that a part of Ultron already exists inside Vision's mind. Further ahead, Ultron and Vision are both watching the memories of WandaVision. Vision says that this family was not real, which we all know as well. But Ultron says, "Are you sure?" And from this, my guess is that somehow Ultron will do what he used to do before. He will manipulate everyone here. He will manipulate Vision. He will start messing with both Vision's mind and memory. Further ahead, we even see that Ultron and Vision are watching some real-world information where someone is saying that he had a robotic father whose name was Vision. Now, for those who don't remember, let me remind you, bro, this character is Tommy Maximoff, whose younger version we saw in WandaVision. Wanda traveled through the multiverse because of these children, and we recently saw his brother Billy in Agatha All Along. At the ending of WandaVision, Billy used his magic to transfer the souls of himself and his brother into other bodies. Billy immediately got a body. But in Agatha All Along, with Agatha's help, Billy gave Tommy's soul a new body. And this is the same character who received that body. Meaning, the characters who were only manifestations of Wanda now have their souls existing inside real boys in the real world. In the next shot itself, we see Vision in a combination of his human form and robotic form, which means that somehow Vision is overlapping the manifestation of his mind with reality. In this shot, you can see that where Vision's house was previously completely digital, the same house has now become half realistic. Even in the background, you can see the barrier, exactly like the one in the WandaVision series. As if slowly, the barrier between his mind and reality is disappearing. Basically, White Vision can mostly transform into something resembling a normal human form, exactly like the way Wanda had made him look in Infinity War. Here, we see a mysterious character in a hat. It is difficult to tell the identity of this character, but in the next shot, this character is standing here as well. This is where Ultron's voice comes in saying, "Free us all." As I said, Ultron wants to come out of Vision's mind into the real world again. He wants to escape into the real world, and for this, he is blackmailing Vision using his son. And in the comics too, no one has ever been able to completely finish Ultron. And somehow or another, he always returns. I guess in Vision Quest, consider Ultron's return to the real world confirmed. Bro, Vision literally turns off the firewall here. If you have even a little knowledge of the internet, you already understand what is going to happen here. By the way, this entire sequence also looks quite similar to Wanda's hex magic. In this shot, we see a new character, Lisa Molinari. This character also exists in the comics and is introduced through Tommy Maximoff. Then we get the first look at the character Paladin. In the comic books, this character is a mercenary and private investigator, and most likely SWORD has hired him to hunt Vision. You can even see a building here with the SWORD logo in front of it. Then this shot is quite interesting because we can see a plane heading toward Madripoor. We first saw Madripoor in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It is a city where many kinds of black market and illegal activities take place. And in Marvel Comics, it is a very important location, whether it is for mutants, normal heroes, or many supervillains. Further ahead, we are shown several action sequences where Ultron is fighting Vision. We all know Ultron's target. He wants to manifest himself back into the real world, and Vision wants to understand his purpose. We also see him here in his old look. Look, overall, after watching the trailer, it seems like Ultron's return is definitely important in the movie. SWORD is after Vision. That is also quite interesting. But the most interesting thing is the ending of Agatha All Along. At the ending, we saw Billy, where he went out searching for his brother Tommy. Here we see that Vision has already found Tommy, which means that in this series, Tommy and Billy are going to reunite. And in the comics, there was a storyline where after Tommy and Billy reunited, they decided to search for Wanda. Bro, obviously, any son would search for his mother. And ultimately, they found Wanda there with Dr. Doom. And Doom wanted to steal Wanda's powers. And if they adapt this storyline in any way, directly or indirectly, then this series directly connects to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, which would literally be a huge deal. I guess if they want to bring Wanda back in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, this could provide a small explanation here. Everything could be connected. What do you guys think about this? Definitely let me know in the comments. So yeah, guys, this was the breakdown of Vision Quest. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.